one to watch. And then the last two, this is like purely out of the athletes are unlike any athletes, like in terms of what they have to go through to compete internationally. The internal strength of these athletes from Russia are unlike that, like no other country. Like, okay, let's put it this way. This is 2021. Russians have competed as Russia. Russians have competed as the Russian Olympic Committee. And Russians have competed as the Russian Swimming Federation. Americans just compete as Americans. Like, they don't have to go through the administrative loops and the fight for every international competition to be able to compete. Russia does. Like, they're alone in this category of, like, just the amount of effort that athletes have to take in addition to their training to be able to compete is unparalleled at this point in time. Nobody else puts in that amount. Like, that's grit, that's tenacity, that's resilience, and not giving up on a sport. So the internal strength of these swimmers is unparalleled. Like, yeah, it's kind of like, in writing about Russian swimmers, I'm just kind of like, there's an inspirational aspect that, like, swimmers from no other, and they do well as a whole, and I'm like, to be able to sustain that level of morale when you can't even represent your own country, like, with the name Russia, like, snaps, that's how impressive it is. Not even claps, snaps, just that kind of impressive. So, like, I hope that, like, they can eventually, like, political situations, stuff like that, die down enough that they can just compete as Russia. But right now, the loops and holes they have to go through to compete are unparalleled. No other country comes close to what those athletes have to do. So definitely one to watch, because, like, a lot of effort goes into just making the competitions work. So a lot of energy is drained away from the competition because they have to deal with this other stuff about just being able to compete. So, like, we're not seeing them at their best, and they're still doing really well. So can you imagine Russia when they're actually doing well and they don't have additional hoops to jump in addition to training and competition and stuff like that? They'd be better than the United States of America, that's for sure. Okay, and they have been, I think, in medal tables in the past, but point being, like, ones to watch. And then number one to watch is Italy. And yeah, this is, okay, Italy. Okay. The amount of improvement the Italy swimmers are going through is, so, like, Russia's kind of always been good at swimming, so they're just, like, part of why they're ones to watch is they're taking, they have to go through a bunch of hoops that other countries don't have to go through, and they're still doing well, which shows the breadth and depth of their program, and their country's talent, natural talent and stuff like that. Italy is, like, not the new kid on the block, like, where the heck did, like, 20 people come from, and, like, 20 medalists come from that didn't, like, hasn't happened before. Like, you know, and that might be more than, like, or including relays, 20 might be accurate. Point being, like, they are crushing it. They are smashing it. They went from, like, number 13 in the medal table at a world championships to number 2 or number 3, depending on how you, like, rank your table. So, like, number 13 to number 2 or 3. And their talent that's winning those medals are getting faster. They're not slowing down. And they have the people who are competing, there are juniors who are as fast or getting faster than, like, like, the breadth and depth of this program, like, I keep saying like for emphasis, I mean, like, they be good, and they be, like, really freaking good, and they be, like, ones that, like, this might be my new favorite, like, can I go train in Italy? Like, I really freaking enjoy watching Italian swim and the Italy country and like in the Italian team, like just good vibes. And they are good at distance freestyle. They're good at sprint freestyle. They're good at breaststroke. They're good at backstroke. They're good at butterfly. They're good at individual medley. They don't have weaknesses. Like, I guess the weaknesses might be they're getting bronze medals instead of gold, but they're still getting medals. Like, they're really good. Like, so, for me, just I really enjoy writing and publishing about the Italian swimmers too. I don't know. Is this like a crush on a country? I don't. It's like I don't know. That's yeah. I don't fandom. I don't know what to call that. Just it's my number one. So for the big five to watch, this is yeah. Go Italy.